Welcome back to York Yesterday, and today is a very special York Yesterday because it has just been Valentine's, so we're doing a Valentine's Day special. Make sure you stay tuned to find out what happens. So yes, like I said, it's going to be a Valentine's Day special, all full of love, all full of lots of lovely things. Hez is not here, but he's told me something that he wants me to do. So I'll reveal that a little bit later. But first, let's talk a bit about the local news. So protesters marched through York City Centre, calling for action against pollution in the River Ouse. Next is Jorvik Viking Festival returns to the city, including saga-themed storytelling sessions, combat displays, and a Viking encampment. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but I have seen a little bit around the York City Centre. And it's super wacky. It's like they've just gone back in time. There's this big Viking toilet I've seen, and I've seen on a few people's Instagrams, and some of the Viking tents as well. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. It is in the city centre. If you want to remember why York is called York from Jorvik and get a little bit Viking-y, why not? And finally, £100,000 pilot project to discover where best to reintroduce wild beavers has been approved, and their reintroduction will help the environment and the local ecosystem. You know what? I've never seen a beaver in real life. That would be really cool if we started seeing wild beavers, wouldn't it? I love that. I love wildlife. It's great. It's great. Now let's talk about the York City updates, shall we? So they played Southend United on Saturday and won 1-0. Then they played Dorking Wanderers, that's actually my local team, back home, and on Tuesday, and they lost 1-0. I'm secretly happy. No, I'm joking. We want York City now that we're here. And the next fixture is tomorrow against Dagenham and Redbridge. So they remain in 18th position on the National League tables with 37 points. So I'm glad they haven't moved too much, shall we say. Now we've got a Light Up Night report, which is going to be presented by Jordan. She walked through the university last week as part of the sexual violence awareness.
So I'm Jordan, I'm here with YSTV. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. I'm Shannon Little. I'm the Deputy Head of Student Support and I'm a former Conduct and Respect Advisor. I'm a trained independent sexual violence advisor and I specialised with supporting children before coming to university as a worker. And then I work within Conduct and Respect, so I investigated student misconduct, so investigating instances of sexual misconduct that have happened by registered students to registered students. So I work as part of the wider Conduct and Respect team, and we help kind of arrange the Sexual Violence Awareness Week to create awareness and promote the activity of the team, partner agencies, wider services, and yeah, so I was a marshal today, which is why I'm wearing this lovely orange tabard, and then it's really nice to kind of link in with my new role in terms of student support, so people know what support is available as well. So a lot of it is kind of boundaries as well, and people's level of tolerance and resilience, so particularly if they are international, things might be more acceptable, things might be less acceptable, so it's just, especially in a college environment as well, finding that mix and kind of that right level of behaviour, but then also York is its own little microclimate as well, so kind of making sure that students feel like they can belong here, especially if they don't necessarily see themselves in like a lot of students. It's kind of making sure that they've got that sense of belonging in the community.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I am the Sexual Violence Response and Prevention Manager at the university, and my role is part Sexual Violence Liaison Officer, so I manage a small caseload of students who have experienced sexual misconduct. And another part of my role is to work on the prevention side of the strategy against sexual violence at the university. So prevention is all around education, really. So it's helping people to understand what sexual violence is and what it isn't, all around consent and healthy relationships, and really importantly, how to talk about sexual violence in a way that is productive and constructive as well. So it's really about getting the right messages out there and demystifying a lot of the wrong messages that are out there about sexual violence, and making sure that people understand what healthy consensual relationships, and especially sexual relationships, are.
My name's Colette and I'm a sexual violence liaison officer, and I support a caseload of students that have experienced sexual violence at any point throughout their life, and we look at the practical and emotional support we can provide at their time during university. So we are a very much a student-led service, so there is never any pressure if a student came to visit us to seek support. There's never any pressure to tell us what happened. We don't go into detail. We don't have to go into detail about the incident. And you can just expect a safe space to come and speak very openly about the here and now, what you're feeling, and what you need support with going forward. Sometimes we might not know all the answers, but we work, as you've seen tonight, with a lot of specialist agencies, a lot of different charities that do provide that excellent specialist support. But I think the main thing is we give you that safe space to come and speak, and have that listening ear.
My name is Charlie Jeffrey and I'm the Vice-Chancellor. I think one of the most important things of being a Vice-Chancellor is to think about the welfare of our 22,000 odd students. And that's just the obvious link to being here tonight, when we're shining a light on sexual violence, showing that we stand with those who are survivors of it, but also making sure that the university has all the support in place that it can offer to people who've been in these dreadful circumstances. I think it's really important in a position like mine to make sure that you engage with people across the university. And tonight we've got a fantastic mix of students, of staff, academic staff, professional services staff, the specialist staff who work in our sexual violence team. We've got people from outside in charities working with us I've got to know these people in order to be able to do what I can to support the activities that they're all trying to do, which is to support those who are victims of sexual violence, to do what we can to prevent sexual violence, and to work with other organisations who share the same ambitions as we do.
Hi, my name is Mag Skodderidge and I'm the CEO of Survive, which is a sexual violence charity operating in York and North Yorkshire. We were really lucky last year where the students decided at the University of York to have Survive as their charity partner for the Roses event. And at that point we were hoping maybe they'd raise a couple of £1,000. We were absolutely blown away when they actually raised significantly more than that. And then the University of Lancaster and also the University of York decided to match the fundraising. So in the end, over 15,000 was raised, which is a significant amount for our charity. We decided, however, but because we support around 100 students a year from across the city, that what we would do is actually use all of that money on a special scheme to support student survivors. So what we've found is in recent years we've had such high demand that the students were waiting maybe 6 or 9 months to access counselling, and we wanted to reduce that to nearer to 3 months, and we've been able to do that by basically employing another counsellor who is just working with student survivors.
So I'm here with Hannah and Grace. Hannah, do you want to tell us a bit about what you do first?
Yeah. So I work for IDAS, and IDAS is a domestic abuse charity in York and North Yorkshire, and I'm an ISVA, which stands for Independent Sexual Violence Advisor. So we support people that are going through the criminal justice system. We also support people that aren't, because it's up to people to make the decision if they want to report sexual abuse or not. So we can work with people for 6 months, or we might work with people for a few sessions, or we might be working with somebody for up to 6 years. Yeah, 5 years is probably the longest actually we've worked, but the criminal justice system is long. Everything takes a long time. People can come back and report at any time, so it's not time limited. And there is another avenue that people can go down if they want to do something, but not report to police. They can do an anonymous intelligence, so they can do a report with us and go through the details of what happened, the name of the individual or details about the individual, and that gets put into an intelligence department in the police. So that person is not identified as having given that anonymous intelligence, but the details of the person and a slight information about the crime goes into the police system. And it just means if anything else is flagged up on that person that has committed the crime, the police will get back in touch with the person who has given the report to see if they want to report. But therapeutically, it means that someone can go through all the details with somebody that, you know, can hold that. There's kind of quite a cathartic effect of going through that information.
So I'm Grace and I'm also an ISVA. I started quite recently, I'm quite fresh, so I'm just currently learning the role, but it's the same as Hannah. She's the lead ISVA. Doesn't blow her own trumpet enough. But just supporting those who have experienced sexual violence, whether that is through the criminal justice system or whether it's just practical support moving on after sexual violence. I'd say that the best part about the role is it's just how rewarding it is and how good you feel when you're genuinely helping somebody who is in crisis and really needs that support and has gone through trauma.
My name is Hannah Nimmo and I'm Community and Wellbeing Officer at the University Students' Union. In a sentence summary, I represent students on any issue that affects the student community or their well-being. That's a whole host of different things, so I do a lot of different things in my job. But I guess my relevance to tonight is that I'm the student representative on the Gender-Based Violence Steering Group, so I represent students in the whole sexual violence space and represent their points of view and their experiences as well. I think sort of having things like tonight where it's like we all come together in sort of solidarity with different people's experience, I think is really important. But to me, I think the key is just being a listening ear to someone else. Like if someone needs someone to speak to, just being willing to be like, I'm here non-judgmentally and I'm not going to sort of try and interpret your own experience. You tell me how it is that you see it and I will try my best to understand that, because I think sometimes it can be, you sometimes like put your own experiences onto other people and it's actually you just listen and you just be there for them as much as they need you to be, and it's sort of be really respectful of their boundaries. If they don't want to talk about it too much, that's okay. If they want to share their own story, that's also okay. But also self-preservation in that is really important, in that if it does become too much for you, you can help them to access other support as well. You don't have to hold that burden just on yourself.
Now, I teased you a little bit earlier about Valentine's Day. And yes, it is Valentine's Day, and we are going to be talking all about relationship advice. So we've been sent in some problems by the viewers, and we're just going to read through them and try and give some advice. Okay, so for Valentine's Day, my boyfriend gave me a squashed box of chocolates that he had half eaten. What should I do? Oh, I mean, I think, you know, if that's like your humour, if that's what you like, then it could be funny. You could take that as a funny thing. You could say, oh, look, you know, he was hungry, he was peckish, maybe, you know, and then one-up him and be like, hey, look, this is what I was expecting. Show him what you were expecting, maybe, but a little bit of a tricky one there. Okay, let's check out the next one. I've started seeing someone new and just met their friends. Turns out I used to go out with one of them. Any advice? Oh, I think I have a friend who this could be, maybe. So we won't expose who that is. Any advice? I think it's a very personal thing. I think it's always better to come forward and say the history so that there's no elephants in the room, and you can, you know, go forward with the fresh new relationship with everything on the table and go forward with it. And hopefully things ended well with the friend and you can still be friends and everything like that, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm optimistic for you guys. Okay, next one. What is the best way to break up with someone? I don't know. We've just all been talking about love and everything. I thought these were going to be like jolly ones, and they're quite sad, aren't they? What is the best way to break up with someone? Kindly, amicably. That's the word, isn't it? don't go in harsh. Don't say, look, you upset me, I'm going to break up with you, unless they actually did upset you. But I always think it's good to talk out why you're going to get broken up or why you're breaking up, to try and see if you think you can work it out, try and work it out. If not, list out the reasons why, and you can still be friends with your exes. That's a very, very common thing. That's all right. Have we got another one, or that might be the end? I think that might be the end. Yes, we had 3 relationship problems. That's it. So talking about relationship problems, it is the time for dating as well in Valentine's Day. And you might remember that a few weeks ago, Hez said that he was going to be here and he was going to be trialing to date some people. Well, unfortunately, this was all a big trick on me, right? Hez didn't turn up. And Hez said, hey, Hannah, when we went out for drinks the other night, I've actually got a surprise for you. I'm not going to be dating anyone. It's going to be you who's going on the dates. You need to get yourself out there. And he's brought along some of his friends who I think will be arriving very shortly. And I'm going to be getting to know them and going on a few dates with them. So I might be needing some advice from you guys as well. So if you have any advice, any things that you think I could do, list them in the comment section below. But I'm going to start to get to know some new people. And I always think first dates are a little bit nerve-wracking. So wish me luck. And I'm going to meet them very shortly. So these are Hez's friends, right? So these guys, Hez met them. I think he mentioned that he met them back in his time when he went in first year of college, or first year of university. I've watched a lot of American shows. So let's see who I'm going to meet, shall we? First up is, I don't know where they're coming from. Somewhere. Hopefully. Maybe I don't have any dates. I think my first date is here. Is my first date here? Hello. Hello there. Lovely to meet you. What's your name?
James.
James. Okay, so we've got James here today. And James, do you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? What do you do?
I'm a puppeteer.
You're pardon?
I'm a puppeteer.
Oh, you're a puppeteer. Wow, that's impressive. A puppet who's a puppeteer. I've never actually met a puppet who's a puppeteer. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit more about why you're looking to date someone?
I'm a bit lonely, really.
Oh, you're a bit lonely. Oh,
yeah.
That's quite heartbreaking, isn't it? Okay, so you're a bit lonely, and okay, so I'm also looking to date someone. So if we were on a date, where would you take me out for dinner?
I don't know, really.
Oh, no idea. It's all right. I can cook too. We can have a nice, cozy night here. Maybe pizza and movies. Do you like that?
Yes.
Perfect. Pizza and movie sort of person. I like that. Okay, I'm going to meet the next person. Thank you so much, James. Lovely to meet you.
Bye.
Okay, next person.
Hello.
Oh, hello. You got a very similar voice.
Yeah.
Are you guys related?
I don't think so.
I'm glad to hear it.
Not last time I checked.
Not last time you checked. Good. Okay, so could you tell me your name, please?
I'm Frederick.
Frederick. Wow, that's a nice name. Where's that name come from? It's a beautiful name.
My mother, I think.
Your mother, you think? Nice. Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Do you work? Do you study? What do you do?
I work on an oil rig.
On an oil rig. Okay. And so tell me about your days on the oil rig. What sort of things do you do on the oil rig?
I don't quite remember.
You don't quite remember that? That's okay, you know. Sometimes days at work, you know, they just zoom past. You don't really know what's happening. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to dating then. So, pizza and films is what you got to beat. What would you do with a date with me?
Oh, I'm not quite sure. Do you like sushi?
Do I like sushi? I love sushi, to be fair.
I can make some good sushi.
You can make some good sushi. You look quite sad about it. Are you okay?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, good.
I'm just a bit tired.
You're just a bit tired from working at oil rigs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, thank you so much. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Do I have another friend? Or not? Hello. Hi. So what's your name?
Will.
Will. Hi, Will.
Hello.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, please?
I am
I play tennis. I'm a professional tennis player.
Professional tennis player. Wow, that's incredible. Have you played in Wimbledon?
No. I
That's
played in the
okay.
French Open, though.
The French Open. Are you
Yes.
French?
Half.
Half. Cool. Is this why your hands up? Are you showing me? Can you show me some of your skills, please?
Yes. So this is a serve. We go, oop, and then we hit the ball.
Amazing. Any other things? Can you do like a drop shot or like a spin?
I can show you my forehand.
Okay, go for it. Amazing. Can you show me your backhand?
I only have one hand right now, so no.
Okay, amazing. Cool. So, if you were to take me on a date, what date would you take me on?
Do you like mini golf?
I love mini golf. I think it's a good first date idea.
Good, yes, it is very good.
Okay, so that's what we do.
Yeah.
Cool. And after mini golf, will we get any food?
Ooh. Some dessert?
Some dessert. Okay,
Yeah,
I like it.
ice cream
Skip
maybe, I
straight
don't
to
know.
the ice cream. I love that. Not
Yeah.
French cuisine. Do you like French cuisine?
Yes?
Yes. Perfect.
yes.
Have you ever tried snails?
No.
No.
No escargot, no.
No. Okay, I'm glad. I mean, I've never tried snails either. I just thought maybe you would, because I thought you were maybe a mouse or some creature like that who might like snails. No? Okay, I'm really sorry if I offended you there. But thank you so much. Okay, so I have to
you.
pick between Will, James. What was your name?
Frederick.
Frederick. Frederick. So, drum roll, please. I pick Will.
Woo!
Does Will not want to go on a date with me?
Will would like to go on a date with you, yeah.
He just, hey! No, that's not. That's not Will.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I'll go on a date with James instead. What's happened to James? James looks a bit drunk right now. It's okay. Oh, there we go. Will. What? Are you okay? Shall I close your mouth for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
Will, you going on a date with me? Are you excited?
Yes, very much so. I can't wait for the golf.
I can't wait for the golf either. We're going to have some great fun playing mini golf.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming, you guys. Lovely to meet you all. Will, I can't wait to see you soon for our mini golf. That should be fun. And yeah, I'm really sorry to the other guys, but happy Valentine's. Now, moving swiftly on, Undergrad, that is an incredible series, is happening on YSTV. If you haven't checked it out already, you should go and check it out. And we have got some sneaky behind-the-scenes clips you can see.
Hello, your name and your role.
Hi, I'm Alice, and I played, I guess, Daisy in Undergrad. You have one more.
I play Tom, and my name is Ben Skeldon.
I'm Ellie Nissa, and I play Freya.
My name is Milo Baker. I play Adonis.
My name is Ollie. I played Charlie.
My name is Jack, and I play...
Hello, my name is Alexia and I do Charlie Warner. My role is executive producer. I also play Sydney, and I directed one episode and wrote one episode.
What episode?
I wrote episode 1 and I directed episode 6.
I'm Ben Woolley, and I play Jack, who's the main villain of the series, objectively.
Oh, sure, Twinkle Man.
But you're also crew.
I am also
What
crew.
roles
This is
have
true.
you
I'm mostly crew.
What roles have you done as crew?
I've directed, I've sound operated, script supervised, AD'd, lighting. I've done everything. We need more crew. Join YSCV and be crew.
Hi, I'm Cassie. I was director for episode 2, and I was director of photography for episode 1, which we wrapped officially today.
I'm Alison, and I was script supervisor, then I was director, then I was DOP.
You also wrote, didn't you?
Oh yeah, and I wrote.
We'll hold on till we're raw and aching. Hold on till we're finished bleeding out. In the bones of the buildings we burned down. ornaments made of cardboard. Wrap them in tin foil to cut like real swords. And in a fortress made of pillows and of sheets, I found something I was never meant to keep. But I'll love you like the fire loved the books at Alexandria. We'll burn so high into the night till nothing's left but ashes in the morning sun. We'll hold on to.
Is it wrap on day one? Is it wrap on day one? Yippee! But it's
And what is it?
It's wrap! Wrap episode 1!
We rap!
We rap.
Alexandria went up in flames at the hands of a bloody, bloody empire.
And if you want to see the whole series, it is on the YSTV YouTube channel. So don't stop watching this live stream. We have so much coming up for you guys today. Like Think Outside the Box, Talking Tellies, Let Me Cook, The Mole, Untitled.mov. Okay, that's what's coming up on the live. Thank you so much for watching York Yesterday. I'll be back next week. And keep watching York Yesterday and YSTV Live. Bye.